A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there to my channel, the Twinflame Union. This is the part 3 of the channeling session. Divine Masculine wants to know when will the real meeting with DF happen. And it's a bit emotional because here what I shared with you in part 1 and part 2 were the lines, were the statements and were the energy. And in part 3, I would be sharing with you the energy that is being mirrored by both of them. And it doesn't matter what is the level of communication you have with the Divine Masculine or with the Divine Feminine. It really doesn't matter how long you have been in this, but this message is actually being sent out to everyone because of the energy update that has been going on in the cosmos right now. 2020 may have been a very difficult year for quite a few people on the planet, but those who are in the spiritual ascension journey, it has been a very fruitful year. Reason being, the energy has been changing on planet Earth, and since the Earth is being pushed up further for the ascension and many positive energy portals are being opened up, you would be seeing a lot of changes, which means that in the coming time, people won't be so materialistic and so money-minded, and this whole craving for body, for sex, for money, this madness will be reducing. And it has already reduced if you compare it with the dark ages and with the last 20-30 years. Nevertheless, it's all because of the work that the twin flamers are doing on this planet, because I would like to remind all of you, why are you special on planet Earth is because you are here to help planet Earth ascend with your pure love, with your unconditional love. Why is unconditional love so important? Because all the men and women who are getting into relationships or getting into marriages, they are very selfish and they are very money-minded. All the relationships that are formed are basically formed out of some selfish need or some kind of self-centeredness where they see that, okay, if I marry this person or if I date this person, I'm going to get this in return or I'm going to get that in return. Oh, he has a big car. Oh, he has a big house. Oh, he can get me so much jewelry. Oh, he can give me so much property. These are the things that a lot of women seek in a man. And there's nothing wrong in being with a man who can be a good provider. But overall, if he is only a good provider and if it's all about money, then that's not unconditional love. Unconditional love is that your man is a hard worker. He's a truthful, honest guy who's focused on a spiritual path. And whatever he brings to the house without any greed, without any behavior that I want more, without all those cravings, you accept whatever he brings to the table and you all very happily and with a lot of contentment live the life. Even if the man is not very rich, but if he loves you, you should love him back. You know, that's the whole idea of true love. And today is Diwali, and on Diwali I'm doing this channeling. Oh, those were the crackers. Because I really cannot stop myself from doing this today, simply because Diwali is also the day that marks the homecoming of Ram and Sita. And Ram and Sita are a twin flame divine couple. And I must remind you all, those who are Indians and those who are not Indians, who are Westerners, I must tell you that Ram and Sita were actually king and queen. And despite being a king and queen, when they were exiled, they lived with the common people. They lived in the jungles, they lived in the forest, they lived in very normal places. Not even like normal, they were places which were opposite of their palace lives. And when both of them were in separation phase, at that time also Sita lived in the forest, she lived in an ashram. She gave birth to her sons in an ashram, and despite being a princess, there was no materialism in both of their lives. Both of them were sacrificing people who spent their whole life serving others, being on a mission. And their love is so pure and so true. And on Diwali, they came back to their house after being exiled for 14 long years, after living in the forest for 14 years. They finally came back. And this also happened after they were both in separation for some time. And Ram had to kill a demon who had abducted his wife. So this is a very auspicious day. Today is a very auspicious day, and I'm really happy to be channeling and relaying this message right now. And normally, I don't get time today, but I have got got some free time for at least an hour. So I decided to do this channeling. And now I want to say to all of you all that why this energy upgrade is being done. There's also a reason behind it. The reason is when the earth pushes towards ascension, it needs the energy of pure love. So all of you divine feminines who love your divine masculines without any greed of money and materialism, you are showing true love right there. And the divine masculines also, when they love the divine feminines, they don't love her for the body. Even though they say, I'm attracted to you, it's not that they're attracted to the body. They're attracted to the soul, the beauty of the soul, the innocence, the purity, the truthfulness, the sincerity, the honesty. And the biggest thing is that the feminines are completely committed to God, completely committed to source. That is a sign of a good woman. Let me tell you that here right now. All the women who are full of lust, who are full of greed, who are full of this bitchiness, all this negative qualities, they are not godly women. They are unholy women, and they are evil women who are run by evil if they are completely not evil. And why the karmics play this role of helping both of them come together is because the karmics, when they attract the masculines, they always attract him because of some reason, like it could be sex, or it could be money, or it could be something where they have a benefit from him. It's not unconditional love. There is no love in fact, but there is a lot of pretense of love. So these are the points which are kept in mind in this journey, and therefore what you are doing for your divine masculine, the love and the forgiveness and the understanding, all of these qualities, all of these beautiful qualities, they actually help raise the vibration of not only you but also people around you, because you inspire others to be like you inspire others to live a spiritual life, to live a life that is more connected to the soul and not connected to the materialism. And because of all this, even the karmic people, because there are many people who are simply here on planet Earth to reduce their karmic debts. That's why in this life, they are not going to ascend further up. They won't go much higher. But yeah, if they are connected to the DFs and the DMs in some way or the other, in some format or the other, be it the family members, be it the neighbors, be it the place they work in, they always see there is always an impact of what they are doing on Earth. So it's a very important thing that you're doing here. So never ever consider yourself like, oh, what am I doing here? My life is so useless. I'm so this, I'm so that. Don't do all of this negative self-talk, because this negative self-talk will bring down your energy. Be very content of your lifestyle, of your relationship, of your choices, everything. Be very content, because that is going to upgrade your energy. Now coming to the words that the divine masculine and the divine feminine are mirroring, and I'll tell you how they mirror it. First, let me tell you the words. So he says that I am basically going, or I am in those places wherever you have stayed, wherever you have been to. Okay. Now, if I have to explain this to you in terms of energy, it means that after the separation, the divine masculine explored all of the things, all of the places that divine feminine was into or she was doing. It could be the areas where she traveled or the work she was doing, because, in order to get her back in his life, to bring her back in his life, he has to revisit all those places and her ideas as well. He's basically revisiting her ideas in such a way that he's traveling, he's going to all of those places that she goes to. She has been there, and from there he learns and he realizes what a pure person she is, what a pure-hearted woman she is. He feels that, she's been sacrificing so much for so many people, and still she has such a big smile on her face. She's so content. What is this magic that she's doing? What gives her this energy? Then it's like he says that I'm searching for you. He says, I'm searching for you. I'm looking for you. I'm looking for your essence. I'm looking for your presence. Now, once again, I will tell you that this is a very deep thing, and only deep people will understand this. People who are shallow, people who are just existing on the surface level will not even understand half of the things. And they won't even probably get attracted to these channelings. But what is twin flame? It is an energy, What is a soul? Soul is an energy. You, me, all of us are energy. And this body that you see, or these houses that we live in, all the things that we do, they are definitely physical manifestations, but they are a certain form of spiritual manifestation. Like, for example, there are different types of creatures that God has created. God has created humans, and humans have the same soul, the same essence that God has. That's the reason why humans are so amazing. Especially if you understand what humanity is. If you actually become the true human, you have no idea what you're capable of and how beautiful you are, because you are the essence of God. You are the same speck of light that God is. Okay? Similarly, God made other creatures like animals. Then God made plants. Then God made angels. And angels and guardian angels are constantly trying to help human beings. Constantly. They are just right here with us. Right here. And they're just one call away. You just have to say ask for help once. That's it. So God created many creatures, and every creature is an energy form. What we see from our two eyes is the physical reality, the world. But what we see from our third eye, that is the true reality. Because when you get connected fully with your third eye, when your third eye chakra, is connected with your whole body, which means all the other chakras and all the nadis are open, the energy flow becomes permanent, it starts flowing smoothly, then you start seeing from the third eye. That's why for some people the third eye is open and the third eye is closed. It means with people who have it open, basically they have psychic energy, psychic capabilities, abilities. They can see, hear, understand more than what others would understand from their five senses. People with a third eye chakra, open third eye chakra, they have sixth sense also. So they are not dependent on five senses. If you look at blind people, how beautifully they function, how beautifully they walk around. They walk and talk and act and eat like as if they have eyes. Some of them are really good with it. And I have seen a lot of them, especially in the metros, in the tubes. You would be really amazed to see how they manage everything, how they walk up the stairs, how they know which pillar to stand at, what place to take the tickets from. They keep walking, and their speed is very, very fast. They're faster than all of us. So if you actually want to learn about the sixth sense, you must observe blind people. You should hang out with blind people, blind children. You will be amazed with their skills. They are just brilliant and so inspiring. And coming into the union is more like coming into the union with this energy. So the divine masculine is actually looking for the energy, for the presence of divine feminine. So he is now saying that I am going to all the places that you have been to, where you have lived, where you have existed. Okay? And now I'm wondering, what if you're in my own heart? What if you're hiding in my own heart? What if you are smiling, looking at me, and you're looking at me from my own heart chakra? What if that's the case? While I'm looking for you everywhere in the world, trying to get your essence, trying to get your presence, because he does that. Every time he connects with the true love of divine feminine, he feels that she is with me. He smiles, he feels happy, he feels very blissful. All of that love, the unconditional love that she has for him, she gave to him, he feels like, wow, this is the thing I wanted, always wanted since I was born on planet Earth. So while I'm looking here and there for you, maybe you're in my own heart. Maybe you're hiding somewhere there. I'm looking for one sign. Sometimes he's like, I'm looking for just one sign. Show me a sign. He says to God, show me one sign that she loves me. Show me one sign that she wants me, she still wants to be with me. And even if I get the sign, even if by chance he looks at the social media, or he probably reads the old messages, he listens to her old voice notes, he checks the pictures, or he goes to all the places that she loves. If she would say that, oh, I love to eat this particular ice cream, he would probably try to eat that and try to wonder what did she like about it. Or if she says, this is a materialistic example. For example, she says, I love to take care of plants. And she's been devoting like 5 years, 6 years, 10 years only for the environment, to make sure that plants are being taken care of properly. Or say she's an animal lover and she's going and taking care of injured animals, or she's taking care of all those animals that need rescue. Or say she's an artist and she loves to paint and she loves to draw, and he remembers how she used to always be so focused and attentive, and she had this very loving energy, very loving vibe. So he is thinking from all those perspectives. And when he finds a sign, even if he finds a sign, he says that, what is my story after all? What is my story? Like, why am I even here? Who am I here for? Who am I living this life for? Why this life has been given to me? It made me really emotional actually when I received these lines, I have to say, because there was so much pure love, and you can feel it in my voice right now. There was so much pure love when I received these lines, because you won't believe it. These are the same things that the Divine Feminine is saying to the Source. She is actually saying to the Source that I am searching for you in every nook and corner. In every place, I'm searching for you. I have lived my whole life thinking that, where is the love? There's no love on this planet. People are so selfish, so greedy, so money-minded, so judgmental, so insensitive. You are the only place where I see love. You are the only essence. You are the only presence. So the Divine Feminine says exactly the same lines, that I have been to all of those places that I felt that you could be present. Your essence, your existence. She's searching for the Source, and you know what Source is. Source is pure unconditional love. And only when she got badly heartbroken, she got badly traumatized, she got betrayed, and she got so much pain. And final, lessons of pain are always more painful. So then she started looking for true love. When she could not receive the true love from the Divine Masculine, even though she knew there was true love, she saw it in his eyes. She always knew that he is the one. He really loves me. He's here for me. But she could not receive it. And that inability to receive the love, that created so much frustration in her. And his inability to give the love to her, because the masculine has to give the love and the feminine has to receive the love. Only when she receives the love from the masculine, then only she can nurture others. And because of the separation, and during the separation, the job of the masculine is to revive the feminine energies in him. And the job of the feminine is to revive the masculine energy in her. That's how they eventually get into the mirroring mode. So she says to the Source that I went to all the places that you could have been. Be it reading the scriptures, be it going to the places, be it visiting you. And again, this is also energetic. It's not like you literally have to go to the Kailash Parvat to meet Shiva and Parvati. You know that if Kailash Parvat is the abode of Shiva and Parvati, it's because of the energy. And energy is all in the mind. Your mind is your biggest enemy, and your mind can be your biggest friend. Mind is simply a tool. Remember that always. Mind is simply a tool. That's it. Mind is not your destination. Mind is the same tool that led to all the destruction in your life, all the pain, and the same mind will then become your friend and act as a tool, as a device. So she says that when I looked everywhere, suddenly I got this notion that maybe you're in my own heart. The same lines that masculine said for feminine, that maybe you're in my own heart. Maybe you're hiding in my own heart and you're smiling at me. You, Shiva and Shakti, divine mother and divine father, divine masculine and divine father, the source, the one love. Maybe you're in my own heart and you're smiling at me. I'm just looking for one sign, just one sign that you're here with me, that you're in my heart, that you're next to me, that you're in me, that you're with me. And when I get the sign, again I ask this question, that what is my story? Why is my story? Why am I living? Why am I here on the planet? Why am I here? Who am I? These are the questions. So I'll continue this in part 3. Next part, sorry, this is part 3. I will meet you in part 4. This beautiful channeling, this beautiful symbolism of one love. I'm so grateful to the universe that I'm doing this channeling, and I'm so grateful to the universe that you are receiving it, because you are all receiving these specks of one love and it's helping you in your progress. That's my intention, and that's also the intention of the universe. I'm just a medium though. I would still like to say that. One love and peace out, and see you in the next part.